Hello, folks. Welcome to another episode of the Star Citizen Report. Now, I'm Thamin, you all know, and right next to me here, you got Memo.
Evening, folks.
All right. And down here, got Arleeya.
Hello, everyone.
Hey. Coming at you with one of our three window overlays we haven't used in a little while. All right. So, I'm going to ask you guys a bit about. We've gone through the holidays, and I was here for a show about now it feels like a month ago. I've been missing out a lot, so you got to check on what you guys have been doing on some of the holidays here. Overall news, we have Arena Commander 1.0.1 launched with some changes, so we're going to go over that stuff. There's a couple events, BAFTA and PAX South, both going on, so we've been looking for some news out of those. There is just important for our European Union folks that might be listening, a VAT change, and due to that, a limited sale that's going on now, and public test universe going live. So, how about Memo and Arleeya? Last month here, any major changes? What have you all been up to?
Memo?
Well, I know quite a few people had problems getting the patch down. That one got solved, and then with the new 1.01 out, I've had a problem getting it downloaded. So that's where I'm at play-wise. I really haven't been able to get in and see the 1.01 patch yet. Have you been in to see it, Arleeya?
Yes, I have. It seems a little bit more stable, but I was only in it for about maybe 10 minutes. I smashed into something again.
Hey, that's my move.
I did download it during the stated grievance address last night, but haven't had a chance to get into the game. So,
Well, during that address last night, Star Citizen reached over 70 million with 735,000 Star Citizens. And I'm thinking that they could have heard Steelheart because they were, going at it.
Yeah, the amount of backing and love this game has been getting from the gaming community, even from when we started this cast, and how it's continued to grow, just never ceases to amaze me. It just kind of shows you that when people believe in a game, they will back it.
yes,
Yes.
and he's inspired a lot of believers out of us. Also, he keeps coming up with the nicest stuff to tempt us.
Well, also in the store are Buggy paint jobs. Sadly, there's no blue.
Go ahead and pay attention. There isn't a blue.
No, gunmetal, camo.
So yes,
You have
folks, if you
any
want to trick out your buggy, you can do that, kinda.
you have any thoughts or observations on the female character models they've been giving us a glimpse of, Arleeya? Because I know you always make a female character.
I'll tell you, they better be offering a lot of capabilities of making them look good. And then I'm not talking about the Japanese anime, really outrageous, falling over because of weight issues. Uh, I mean, make them look strong enough and good characters that girls will say, "Hey, I can play that. I can make myself look like that." Star Wars
That's
Galaxies had that option up ability there.
one of the things that sets this aside too is it's most space sims like Elite Dangerous and some of the others, your avatar is your ship, you are your ship, and in Star Citizen the ship's a big section of it, but it's just a part. You are your avatar.
Yeah, at least I thought that some of the first couple models they offered, one from like way back and another one from the Cutlass commercial, they had the flight suits on. It was still military-ish. It wasn't outlandishly girly at all.
I
Now,
like lifelike models, realistic. I know those are purported not to hold up as well as some of the more cartoony looks in games, but for a game like this, that kind of cartoon looks just not gonna fly.
one thing that they did show on one of the Around the Verses was a sneak peek at the animation, because it's mocap, motion capture. And my goodness, the ability and exercise and movements of the character will mean that I will be able to do exercises finally in a game, and my character will look better than I do in real life.
Want me to jump to that clip? I can jump to that clip.
Yeah, that
I'm
would be
trying to
good.
think of when you've played a character that doesn't look better than you in real life, Arleeya. No offense, man, but you always play a female, and I've met you in person. You're not a 22-year-old female.
No, no, no.
Okay. Let me get this running here. There'll be a little music, although I'll probably cut that out while we can chat about it here. And they put that little privacy bar in, which is covering nothing. They slide it out of place. So
Yeah, what I get a kick out of is the vendor in the background, the shock look on his face.
Nice.
But it is amazing the way that the character can move.
Yeah. This offers a tremendous amount of opportunity for players in the game to be able to look for cover, to dodge, to move, and then you're going to have the zero-G animation.
He isn't covering enough.
Oh.
That video is disturbing.
Not that bad.
It's gonna take me a minute to recover from that.
But this is the future. I mean, did you see what Windows 10 comes out? They're going to have these glasses you can wear, and hollow glasses.
Another product they can sell with it to make money. No, I haven't seen that yet, but it's totally believable.
Well,
what's
the
up
thing
with the bar? It's going all over the place. I'm just trying to figure that out.
Yeah, I know. They're not even serious about covering since there's nothing to cover.
Really nothing. There's nothing there to cover. It's it's Kindle. Okay, is this clip over yet?
Yep, it's over.
What we got coming up next? We got
Gosh. Well, let's talk about some what they were saying there. Now, with hitting these new stretch goals, they did say that they are putting together a longer design post celebrating the passage of each goal, but it'll take some time as their designers get back to work on these. They also said there will be a new page in the works on their website which will update backers on the previous stretch goals. And then Sandy was saying, good, because I want my repair bot, damn it, and my cat. That's what she said.
Her pet.
Yeah, and the pet. I
that's
agree with her
important to me
too.
that there's virtual cats. I mean, because it's not going to be a complete game if I don't have a virtual cat. I mean, there will be no Chinese food. There will be nothing.
Gosh, I was interested in the repair bot, even the little stuff of how we might be able to personalize this little guy.
You know what I plan on doing? I'm going to get my repair bot. I'm going to get my cat. I'm going to get a leash, and I'm going to let them do what they do, and I'm going to go make credits.
Yeah, you can put your cat to work. It sounds like a solid business plan.
Yeah, those little signs. Like you see people around the streets and the placards in the front and back. You put them on either side of them like a small saddlebag.
Give your cat a sign. I poop in a box.
No, we shouldn't pick on cats.
Oh, okay. So, as I also remind our live, the folks that are watching us live in Twitch, we do this show once every 2 Saturdays. Be willing to throw us out questions or anything like that. They also talked about a ship summit taking place where members from Austin and UK met in LA and they discussed the pipeline of ships coming out for the next year. They mentioned a few of them. If I jump down further here, that there's gray boxing being done on the King ship, Driller, and Mauler. And these are all big Vandal ships that we're going to see in Squadron 42.
And the real game. Yeah.
Oh, I had to think King ship sounds bad enough, but Driller and Mauler?
Well, the Driller is, I think, the one that's on the planet's surface. The Mauler is something you have to fight up against. There's a carrier type that drops the one that does the resource gathering. There's a lot of ships. We had a few shows back. We have that listing of how big they were, like a chart that we showed a chart.
It's good. Yeah, we had it on the show. That's getting to be, boy, that's getting to be a year ago. We had that
Yep.
show in general talking about the Vanduul and some of their ships, and that was, as of right now, our second most popular show. Um, let's see, I've got here too, as far as there was a contest winner for a Vanduul holiday. I think it was holidays in general, but this was Dark Myth. He got a signed constellation model for it. Um, Day of Champions, a Vanduul holiday which determines alphas for the coming year through ritual combat. And they're going to work that lore into the game. Again, backers contributing to the game.
Cool.
Uh, here they talked about, and although we're getting into this for the newest patch, where the AI missile evasion has received improvements, the missiles are being balanced and added to our targeting radar HUD, so we'll see friendly and enemy missiles. But they also said the countermeasures are also getting beefed up quite a bit.
Mm-hmm. The Bengal Carrier Bridge is getting interior updates as well.
We have
a lot of
request-
great boxing.
We have a request in chat for Thamin to lower his mic. Is your mic up on your head, Thamin?
I put it up because normally when it's here, it's catching all my breathing.
Oh yeah, the Darth Vader effect. But we'll balance it. Let us know how that sounds, Novatech.
I'll try it. Well, I cheat too. I'm usually keying on and off the mute button when I'm not talking. So, tried not to be Darth Vader anymore. I actually did buy a new set of headphones. They're right there in the trash.
I was gonna say those are your old headphones because I have a set just like them.
The new headphones didn't work well.
Hey, did you hear about the Cutlass and Avengers are being rebalanced? Getting internal remakes?
It'll be interesting to see those. We're still expecting to see the Avenger variants and trailers sometime in the near future.
Mm-hmm.
And Cutlass, folks, that one's been like in and out stuff with the Hangar and that in development.
Well, what was their Squadron 42? They're doing the modulars on those. So that's going to be a real great improvement for all of us that have Cutlass.
All right. Memo, there was a mention about drones that are appearing more and more in the RSI universe. Important to you because the Orion and the Reclaimer use them.
The Reclaimer already said it would have options for drones to do different things because you'll need something that's departing from the main ship to tear whatever you're taking back into manageable chunks. So that's really cool. I may have liked some more information on those, but I think that was said in the description of the Reclaimer. That'd be one of the options for it, depending on what you're going to do with it.
Be interesting if you could pilot into something to scout things out, like one of those opening scenes movie Titanic, where they kind of send that one drone into the ship. That'd be interesting if you could do something like that.
I don't see why not. I mean, you have a salvage ship. Why? Oh, I'm just going to send one of my crew members over there to become spam in a can. Yeah, right.
All right, Squigoth in our live chat's like, Merchant Man or bust. Well, that is available in the store again later. We'll get to that, but that's available in the store again now for a limited time. Retaliator interiors are being worked on, and they're hoping to get that in the hangar soon. Quite a fan crowd around that ship as well. I thought this was interesting too. Work improving on the grapple beam that will be part of the zero-G first-person shooter.
Yeah, that sounds really cool. Do we got a pick for that?
They didn't offer a picture. They do have pictures of a little bit of like the arena again, so I'm just going to kind of put that up here. But that's
with the whole zero-G aspect of it. I mean, anything you can use as a tether to move yourself along. Be kind of interesting. We've seen some games like that with Titanfall that had similar things like that.
Yeah, I thought it was interesting too. It'll be interesting seeing it working into play and exactly how it works. Like grapple, is it just pull an opponent to you, throw an opponent away, or is it also just as much for like moving you to or from a sidewall or something like that?
I would think
I
it
think
would
it's going
be for both. I mean, I think it'd be a bigger advantage for you to jerk yourself one direction than the other.
Oh, here'd be an interesting too if you have just other loose objects that could be floating around a zero G arena. Also be able to maneuver them with that thing.
it's going to be
Very
like
cool.
Ender's Game. I think you're going to be able to do the same thing in Ender Game. You're in zero G. You can do anything you want. Grab stuff, throw stuff. You go the opposite direction. That'd be cool.
Yeah, I did hear people kind of comparing this battle zone here, this first one that we've had a glimpse at, to that one. I'm
Yep.
gonna move. Oh, y'all go ahead and talk about it. I'm gonna go ahead and move further down this since I've got this video up. They had a little art sneak peek of a cityscape that I thought looked pretty cool, so I'm gonna roll ahead
Terra?
down to that.
Was
That's
that
cool.
Terra with the tower in the center?
I think so. That's what I was gonna say. Do we know for sure
Hmm.
if it's
Yeah, it could be Terra. If it has the real tall tower in the center, that's Terra.
okay? Here we go.
Each of the cities will have a unique landmark that'll define them. So as you come in, you kind of know where they're at.
Okay, you got some music playing here with it. There is a very tall cylindrical tower at the center there.
Yeah, that's Terra.
Okay. Now I'm just trying to
What
kind of
about the
get
art
to it
sneak?
again here.
Yeah, that's it.
And I'm just kind of letting it roll back to that footage point here so we can have another glimpse at it.
Very cool.
As you're flying in there, off to the left, there's a small little deli next to the tower. So those,
You been visiting that already?
yeah, I'm looking at all the places to eat. Now that my character can exercise, I can eat.
And see where they have all those width sliders for our characters. Oh, but you see, oh boy. Um, what else were you talking about? Oh, the Retaliator. You're also around the verse. They were saying the multi-crew setup is being prototyped.
Hmm.
Very cool.
Uh, oh, AI behavior is being updated to accept Wing Commander commands, and they did say that it should be a more up-to-date, smarter system than the old rotary commands that popped up when we were playing the original Wing Commander.
Good.
Yeah. My question is, Maniac still going to suicide into the first enemies he sees?
What about the whole squadron missions are coming together? That sounds almost like raid groups. I wonder if
Yeah.
that's going to be just groups on your friends list or something you can form up to do battles, or what exactly is meant by the
Well,
whole squadron missions.
is a Squadron 6? Or no, a squadron would be 24 players. There's 6 flights. There's
I don't know.
6 ships in a flight. And there's 4 flights in a squadron. That's 24 ships. If they could allow that, that would be nice.
That'd be interesting too. I don't know. Traditional grouping seems to have not be the same here with everything through the HUD. I kind of wonder. It seems very loosely aligned. Loosely aligned. What necessarily would be a group, but yet it's yeah, be interesting to see what the people can form around that. Uh, Kind of skipping this. Oh, the Moby Glass Mission Manager menu is undergoing some updates. And they said that we're going to see more about that in just like a week and a half. There'll be like a big design post coming out about it.
Cool.
That's pretty cool too. Our peek into the smartphone of the future and pretty much the game's interactive portion into so much more.
Well, you're thinking about this. They have something in Moby Glass you're going to put on your arm. And what we have now is Oculus Rift. We have other visors, Windows 10 is coming out with that silly holographic thing, and we're going to have a Google Glass. Why does it have to be on our arm? Why didn't they make it to where the Moby Glass could be something like a visor?
I mean, if you're going to go with that, why don't they just put some kind of filament that goes directly into your brain? I mean, so you can display on the backs of your eyeballs using your own cones and rods. I mean, why does it have to be any kind of appliance?
Yeah,
I have
true.
seen them say something before too about using glasses, visor type things, and having that be as part of the setup. So it could be an option.
But here's the thing: these people who design these things today, are they allowing people who actually have to wear glasses for vision, or do we have to remove our glasses to use their device? I mean, they're not saying anything. They're not showing people that are wearing glasses, are they comfortable with it? And the Moby Glass, when you come down to it, it's on your arm, it's adjustable. Can you have it on your right arm, your left arm? Gesundheit.
Gesundheit, Thamin.
Again, I was
Kill that
muted.
cat.
They didn't know I sneezed until you guys said something. Hopefully not. Just hey, something shiny over here.
I'm pretty sure they saw that. But okay, Thamin sneezed. We were polite and said,
Poor animal on the corner there, just.
It's supposed to be shiny. Don't notice it. Oh, I was going to get completely off topic here. The Bulldog has entered the concept phase. Now, that was that heavy fighter, I think that kind of deep space two-seater.
Twin engine.
And they did say there was some debate about the name on the forums. I didn't look that up, though.
It was mentioned in Reverse the Verse when they were in Austin, Texas. Lensnick and Pugh were there. And they mentioned that, and they're thinking that it may be changed, but there's no word on it yet. So we'll see what happens.
Okay.
They're entitled to change it.
Yeah, they've done it before with other ships. I thought it was a cool name, but let's see. The RSI Orion, which you mentioned with the drones, that is the mining platform ship. That's in the white box phase. And they'd already warned us that if there was a patch this week, and there's going to be new weapons in the store. And I didn't look through the ship weapons. I did notice in the store there was other little things too. A handgun sidearm, as well as the canard turret for the
Hornet.
for my own ship, for the Hornet. So folks who didn't maybe get the Super Hornet, you can buy at least the canard by itself and put it on to, a regular Hornet you might already own.
But it's only for the Hornet. You can't put it on anything else.
They did warn about that. Yeah, for me, I already have the Super Hornet, so it'd be a waste for me to grab. But I suppose for other players who grabbed Hornets that don't have it, now they can put some extra firepower on those things. All right. I was going to jump down to, I noticed where they also mentioned the most valuable post, at least when they did around the verse 28. There is a post, now I'd have to look back exactly where it is. I think it was in the guild hall with the organizations, but the original poster is asking guilds to submit a recruitment poster for their guild so that new folks could maybe peruse that forum post and check out all these posters. And a lot of people got some nice artwork there already. He kind of put some down. Each organization only one post. Short comment and link are allowed, and he's got the pixels size on it. Definitely, I put that out too. We've got so many graphically inclined people in Grievance. I hope someone wants to tackle that so we can get a nice poster out there pretty quick.
Yeah, it's Colonel Jack O'Neill was the forum originator, and it is available in the. Let me get the actual link.
I'll put a link up. I posted the link, Arleeya.
And I haven't checked it lately. I'm just thinking it'd be great to get one in there before we'd be already like 12 pages down or something like that. Because it's if it was already most valuable post.
Here. We should be able to get someone to come something really cool. Not me, because I can't. Not one of my skill sets.
Yeah, I'm not artistic at all. I can't do Can't do pictures, can't do video, can't host shows, none of that. I try though. I'm definitely terrible on pictures. Uh, so we did get the. Those guys had anything jump on there? I was going to jump into the new Arena Commander trailer as well as patch that came out. They did. So we got Arena Commander patch to 1.0.1 yesterday. They did release a new Arena Commander 1.0 trailer with that. And of course, whenever they do something like that, I think it's cool and I get it on the show for folks. So I'm going to go ahead and cue that up here. Alright. And we'll get that running now.
Why doesn't it look like that when I... Oh, that's because I crash, right? That's why it doesn't look like that.
Yeah, if you crash right off the bat start and you don't get to see the rest of it. But man, what an awesome video. I tell you, I don't think any other game in the history of video games out there has put out so much videos and pictures as these guys put out.
They could actually make a film, like a movie.
Yeah, it's very cool.
Man.
A lot of talent.
Yeah, so let's talk about it. They said it's primarily a bug fix and a game balance patch. Addresses issues ranging from ship balancing to missile damage to UI legibility. I definitely know missile damage and countermeasures was definitely off balance, not working right with 1.0. And of course, they have the complete patch notes available. But they do mention some of the main features that you got here. Weapons added a fuel system to missiles. I've heard our little M50 interceptor pilot Chris say that sometimes that's what he's doing when he's evading missiles is he really just outruns them in a straight line and then circles back later.
Yeah, I wouldn't think outrunning would be should be something you should be able to do. I mean, I guess if they run out of fuel and there's a limit on distance, I mean that's something that you want for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, but in Arena Commander, there's a hard cap. I mean, you hit the edge and that's it. The missile catches you. So he's got to be going in a circle or doing some sort of maneuver.
Yeah, he seems to be. Now that was before this one, so he seems to think he could get out of its range. I guess it might be a little different now, but definitely it looks like you could still do that if you maybe have a good enough head start on the missile. Go straight.
He's
might
not
be able
in.
to stay ahead of it.
He's not in the. Not here tonight because we would have had an answer. That would have been good to know.
They added an IR infrared signal to missiles so that they can appear on radar. So that's why we can now see our friendly and enemy missiles on radar. I might get a little confusing. I'd be glad to see the enemy missiles on radar. I don't know that the friendly ones would do anything for me, but
So you don't run into friendly fire?
I have a hard enough time sometimes trying to dodge a good chunk of asteroids. So I don't know. Try and avoid a missile, that'd be trickier. User
Well,
interface. Oh, you're about to say?
well, if the asteroids, you can break apart certain asteroids, could you also like use them as shrapnel? Maybe it'll attach the missiles in some way.
Theoretically, they said you should be able to do that because there was a system in place of keeping track of pieces once they broke off an object.
Hmm. Interesting.
Let's see. There is a user interface. They added UI and HUD overlays to display the location of missiles that have been fired. Added radar icons to differentiate, well, yeah, between friendly and enemy missiles. The Buggy has been added to the holotable UI. That's just asking for somebody to find some way to
I
get
mean,
a laser
yeah, can you
cannon or a
not
missile
put
on a Buggy.
missiles on it and cannons? That'd be fun.
Uh,
Run around your hangar with a buggy, blowing stuff up.
we should post a reward for that. First person to manage to arm a Buggy and go wild in their hangar and send us the video. You know, we'll find some perk for you.
And a new buggy to replace what you've lost.
Or whatever ships you've destroyed in your hangar,
No, no,
up
no,
to a
no, no.
point.
Yeah, to a point. Yeah, the
Yeah.
Auroras can replace those.
Uh, let's see. Added drag and drop sorting to power management menu on some ships. That'd be rather nice because that's rather difficult for me to do. As to that setting, like even just trying to get a weapon to change weapon groups, pretty
Hmm.
doesn't always work for me. So I'd like to see those kind of menus get improved. Cybercat, I'm here for Black Desert. Well, we aren't going to talk about Black Desert on this show, but the guild is very interested in it, and we did find somebody who is. We have an international membership. They're overseas, and they're going to be able to get in on the.
They're planning on
Sounds like early
streaming
on
some
that
of it
one.
They
next
were
week, right?
they were here about an hour and a half ago, playing it. You just missed it, actually.
Oh,
Yeah, that was the stream before us.
Hmm.
he did say he was going to try to get it consistent, though. So, yeah, you're probably
Yeah,
just an hour or
it was
two off.
interesting. So Cybercat, check with us on our calendar, and we'll come over to Grievance on the forums and our team speak and contact. I think it was Rylock. Rylock was running it, so look for
Okay.
Rylock and ask him what he's doing, and you could get with him on that.
All right, if
Voice
one of you
attack.
guys want to go ahead and just link our main site there. Oh yeah, I was about to answer too. Novatech saying voice attack. I am still configuring mine also. I've kind of let it slide for too long, but I'm experimenting with it. How about you guys?
I wasn't sure that it was completely up and functional and working with the new version. Is it? Is someone using
I
it
don't
with the
know.
current download?
I don't know. I don't.
It might be
I'm
hard
waiting
to
for.
say.
I'm going to wait until the end of the year because of Star Citizen and Voice Attack. Maybe they might merge them in some capacity or have more going to help out. I think that's an absolute essential that we need in this game to assist us.
I didn't know that it was completely compatible at this current time, but I could be wrong about that.
Mhm.
And yeah, it might
There,
not be. I mean, I heard again Chris uses it, but even though I've been fiddling with it, I haven't really tried it seriously. I don't know what it might be missing with this patch and everything. Um,
okay. Novatech hasn't updated his yet either.
and I've used that Anna
Oh,
one,
that's
but
the girl voice.
yeah, I've got a different girl voice, but um,
Yeah.
The voice they're using for Anna was too expensive.
What?
But I'm using a cheaper voice.
Oh,
Same program though, but yes, I haven't looked to see even what the latest version of that is. It's a popular one. Let's see. Another thing, of course, yeah, which we already knew, is added new skins to the Greycat Buggy, and those are in the store.
They don't have blue.
They do not have blue apparently, and that's a sticking point with Arleeya. No
Yep,
blue.
I'm not getting anything until the game launches, so I can go out and buy paint and just spray paint the buggy with a racing stripe and mount
Didn't they?
missiles on.
Didn't they say they were going to have like patterns and skins for the buggies? Wasn't that something they were talking about?
They were
Well,
definitely talking about that stuff for the ships. This is the first I've
mhm.
seen of the buggies.
So this is probably the first iteration of it. So, yeah, I can't wait to see the four-seater buggy.
For when you have 4 people in your hangar?
Yeah.
Well, you know, the one of the versions of the Constellation is going to have its own buggy. Does this kind of stuff apply to them as well, or can you just drive your hangar buggy up into the Constellation? What's
Now
the
that's
deal
a
with
very good
that?
question. I think those rovers are going to have a limited area that they can explore, and due to power, fuel, and map barriers and stuff like that. I think they mentioned that as well. And having a buggy, what we did see in one of the videos it was disassembled in the cargo bay of the Constellation when it was landing. So yeah, why can't you not take your buggy out of your hangar, load it into your Freelancer, your Constellation, or whatever ship that you could load it into, and then go? I mean, why walk? Why not drive around Terra uh, with your racing stripe and missile mounted buggy? I can just imagine the
Missile
horror
mountain buggy.
of Cloud Imperium Games going, they did what?
Man. Gosh, well, like I say, I'll be interested to see the first person that can manage to somehow arm their buggy. Alright, I was going to jump down to an important thing for European subscribers. A VAT change, VAT, I don't know what that's short for.
Value added tax.
Oh, okay, thank you. On February 1st, Cloud Imperium Games will be launching a European publishing arm based in the United Kingdom. Roberts Space Industries International Limited. Basically, what that means, they will be required to charge that VAT on all purchases, including digital goods made through that website. So, because there's going to be a sales tax, which there already is in Texas and California. That's new. I didn't know that. They are making a selection of limited edition ships that are going to be available again during the week of January 26th. So that's already started, or that's starting to come up here pretty good. It's
No, it's
June
already
26th.
it started.
I've seen the
It's in
ships,
the,
so yeah.
yeah, they're all anniversary base ships. That gives them 24 months insurance. Uh, the ships are the Starfarer, the Drake Caterpillar, the Aegis Retaliator, for those of you who want a new Retaliator. The Xi'an Clathu Al, that's the vertical Xi'an fighter. The Banu Merchantman, someone was asking about that earlier in the show. It is available.
Yeah.
Those were the concepts. There's a bunch of upgrades. The Freelancer MIS, the Gladiator, the Cutlass Blue, which is probably the better of the two ships, the other two. Freelancer, well, they mentioned that twice. That was a package and standalone. Miss, Gladiator, and Cutlass Blue is standalone and a package. There are upgrades. For example, you could take an Hornet, Super Hornet F7C military and to upgrade it from one of the other ones, like a regular F7C. And then you have your M50 Interceptor, the Mustang Delta, the F7C M Super Hornet that you can get.
Did you
The
say the
Aurora
Super Honer?
Hornet, sorry. Yeah, I need to probably go eat food. Aurora LX and the 350 Racer anniversary. There's also, and those are also packages and standalones as well. and that's what's available until February 1st. This VAT only applies to Europe. If you're like in the United States, it's not going to matter. If you're in Canada, it's not going to affect you.
But of
Or
course,
I
for the
guess in
rest of
Asia.
us, it's a sale on ships that we wouldn't normally otherwise see right now.
Yeah. And how is that going? Actually, let's check funding. No, I just want to see how the sale is actually going.
That's a good point. Yeah, we could be
It's
71
up.
million by the end of our show.
Well, yesterday we were at 70 million and some change, and we're now at 70,388,648 with 735,069 Star Citizens. It was 32 when I mentioned it to you before the show. So this sale is working.
Quite a bump there, yeah.
Mm-hmm. So I think by the end of February or beginning of March, we probably will make 71 million.
Okay, Nick Vledin is asking, do you guys feel the stuttering now in Arena Commander and this 1.0.1 patch? Like I said, I have not been able to actually get into the game, Arleeya.
Are you speaking of when the game first loads up, Navidian? Or is it during when you're piloting your ship? Because I have the two systems, and I have one that has 64 gigs, and the other one has 32 gigs. One has the AMD card, the other one has the NVIDIA card. And the NVIDIA on the 64 gig RAM, when it loads up, does not stutter.
Talking about during combat,
during combat.
Okay. Download the function yet, but
I haven't
I
seen
didn't have any stuttering before the 1.01 patch.
I had some stuttering more frequently when I was moving in close proximity to another ship. But that was prior to the patch again, so yeah, I'd have to check it out.
If you report it, if you can repeat it and let them know.
Okay.
Wonder if it's a build they're working on then. I don't know. We'll have a lot more info on that next time. As now Mr. Rubin will spend any time in there.
It's on the live servers. They had a problem with the live servers the other day. They had to restart them.
Oh, maybe so. Is Nick Vledin? Hopefully I'm pronouncing that right. Thank you. Says it didn't stutter at all in the PTU, so that's their test universe. But in the live servers it was still happening. And that was our other big thing. Now there is a test universe where you can test the next iteration, the next patch of Arena Commander. It's going to be more buggy because they had this internally before and they were testing it, but this is a chance for the public, if you're willing to meet up with those bugs and help them test the game and find those bugs, you can get into the test server and find them in the next patch that's coming up.
It's not a constant. The persistent universe thing is not at this time going to be constant. They take it down when they need to and bring it back up when they need to test.
Yeah, they did say not permanently accessible. Let's see, I'm just looking through this. They did say it's not of the faint of heart because bugs are just going to be a part of it. And they had more specific instructions, but you start off going to your RSI, your My RSI area, select the settings and access public test universe to begin the process, and that will copy your account settings, pledges, and configuration data to this new server. And but then it goes a little confusing if I was trying to go through the whole thing. So read the update if you want to go through it. It's also going to be you'd have to set up a new kind of account or password and such for this server.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I read it. It was clear, and then it became mud. And
probably easy enough when you're walking through it. But okay, so
Space
just
Globe.
I can show you that. Go ahead there.
All Star Citizen backers received a bit of flair in their hangar. There were 3 globes available currently. One of the people that made the globes was on Reverse the Verse the other day. They display the most recent additions to the Star Citizen fleet. There's a flare. They'll show up in your hangar. You can click on them, and they'll do like a little animation inside the globe. The globes at present, you get one. Everybody gets one. If you're a subscriber and a Centurion, you get an additional one, and you get two for the Imperator. So you could technically get all three. They stated, or Lesnick did state that at this moment they are not yet tradable, but they may be in the future. They're thinking about doing this. And you should be able to pick them up in the verse somehow, some way. But I think it's kind of a nice idea, a little gift like that.
Yeah, it's like those
Very cool.
fun moments and things to kind of decorate our hangars because the hangars are quite Spartan when they get started. Beautiful,
Mm-hmm.
but quite Spartan. There's a lot of space that could use some decorating.
If you have a Revel in York hangar, please go towards the hangar doors upstairs where the desk and the fish tank and everything else are, and that's where they'll be. I don't know about the other ones.
So let's tell you guys a little bit too about some what's been going on this week too. I mean, there's been BAFTA and PAX South.
Mm-hmm.
PAX South is going to say that was featuring a town hall, which most developers do only after launch, but backers got to discuss things with members of the team, and there was a digital item involved for those folks that were able to go. It was taped, not live streamed, so that's going to end up being available sometime coming up here in the next few days. There were some panels included, so I thought it was interesting to read what the panels were about. Panel 1, The Path You Choose. That goes on to the many different careers players can choose from when the Persistent Universe launches. And they gave examples of mining, trading, crafting. Well, then they just said player occupations.
Mm-hmm.
And remember, all these, it's not like your character builds up a skill or rank like you would in most other MMORPGs or such. It's all skill based. So.
Your skill-based. Your
Yes.
twitch capability, how good your right and left hands are at maneuvering your character around.
Let's see, the next one, panel 2, A Living, Breathing World. They talked about things that try to make Star Citizen living by schedule 24/7, even for the NPCs. NPC AI routines, interactions, space exploration, POI. Either that's what they wrote or that's what I knew before I typed whatever POI. Real estate, quantum travel, revisions to the star map, and the economic simulator. We kind of saw in the past where they had a board game that was helping design that the economics of the universe. And panel 3 was getting social. There's what to expect from the social module, what makes the persistent universe so unique and special. So there was things like it was a little more general what they were discussing there about the social model, but and beta fatigue, things, and game development models. So a little more
They're going.
general.
Yeah, we'll be finding out the next week. They'll have both the BAFTA, so we'll learn a lot about Chris Roberts and his history, and then, of course, from the other South conference.
I'm gonna answer Smart Alec, I mean Novatech here for a moment, because he went back on like how about how about your colliding skills? Yes, those are totally based on the user. Those
Let
only
me
improve
explain.
if you.
Let me explain
It's
something.
it's part of my combat skills. That's just the way I roll. So
Let me explain something. In some of the games that I've been in and played with certain people, they have certain nights where they would, like mostly weekends, where they would have a drunken contest where you'd literally get drunk and try to run around. What's going to happen is that in Star Citizen, if you are inebriated while you're playing the game, It's going to probably cost you dearly.
Okey-doke.
I'm going to try to go through a few things here fast because I'm looking at the time and we are going to have a show right after us these days. Grievance channel's getting busy. We got people constantly going during prime time. So I'll try to hit a few quick things here. They mentioned for their BAFTA presentation, they threw out kind of a few things like we've already built over 30 terabytes of assets for the game, which Chris Roberts said is the same as 11 million copies of Wing Commander. They've already built 6,000 builds of Star Citizen. They're averaging 6 a day. And there's been 2 million missions flown inside Arena Commander. For spring, we're going to see the early release of PlanetSide and the beta of the first-person shooter. For summer, the multi-crew Arena Commander 2.0, and for fall, Squadron 42 is going to begin release. And the end of 2015, a Persistent Universe Alpha.
Very cool.
That's what I'm looking for.
And another big thing for folks, there are some physical items on sale for limited time. Some of these were only available in some of the first beginner starter packages that were around, such as an engineering manual for modders, game soundtrack, game universe map, Squadron 42 manual. A lot of these things you can buy individually now if you missed the chance to get them earlier. So those are going to be in the store until January 31st.
And don't forget, there's a spaceship shaped USB of the Constellation that you can get for $30.
Oh, yeah. All right. Probably have to kick. They did mention that even though Squadron 42 precedes the Persistent Universe and it's your same character, on 10 for the Chairman, Chris Roberts said that you'll have this campaign diary. Now, you'll be playing the Persistent Universe, and yet it's kind of like your character will still be. He'll have his medals that he's earned so far, but you know what? You can go back and forth. So it's kind of like that's a future you in the Persistent Universe, but you can still go back and finish it. Finish Squadron 42. It's almost like you got your character now and you got your character then, and you can switch back and forth. So. All right. I think whatever you guys got to maybe kind of sign off, because we should be getting off here and leaving it open for the next person.
Yeah, Navidian was saying something about how they nerfed the Avenger. I need to point out something. Nothing is being nerfed. They're creating the game, and they need to do balancing issues on all of the ships. So do not get, there's nothing set in stone. Ship stats are going to change. And until the game is released and you're actually in the game for real, it's not nerfing. I'd like to thank everybody, and we'll see you on February 7th here at, I think I put it in the post there somewhere online, 7th at 1800 hours Central. Thanks to Memo and Thamin once again. It's been great. Have fun, everyone. Be safe.
All right.
Yeah, thanks, everybody.
Thanks, everyone. We'll see you in the verse.